Hello, hello again. Guess who's back? Woo, is that
Hey
Rainy
y'all.
Voice?
Is it
Oh,
Rain
it's
Voices? We here.
and we not shouting at nobody. Do, 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 do. Hey, welcome, future risers. We are back again here with another conversation. We've been thinking since the last time we spoke with you, and we just want to welcome you. It is a local Hudson Valley podcast. However, we do love people in the city. We're not leaving you out. We remember what we said the last time. We were in the room.
We family.
Yeah. And we said it and we heard ourselves say it. Okay. The
We're
New York
accountable.
City. New York City. Welcome. All right.
Welcome.
Welcome. But shout out to Hudson Valley locals. Whether you're a
Mhm.
transplant or naturally from here, I thank you. I am happy in the Hudson Valley. Thank you for allowing me to
Thank you.
come in and be here. And we're just hoping that you continue to practice living with simplicity to create intentional productivity. All right. So
Yes.
proactivity. Oh, that's continuous. Are you mad?
Never ending.
Never ending.
Y'all gonna be forever doing this.
Oh, we asking you to do work every day.
It's exhausting sometimes, not gonna lie. But it's worth it.
Yeah, Mz Soundz. I don't know if we made friends in that moment.
Dang it. Okay.
I don't know. We're
I don't
gonna
know.
try to
They
fix.
stopped listening. They
Yeah, we're gonna fix it. We're gonna fix it. You
Yeah,
know
hey
when you're a
guys.
mama bear, you be like, I'm gonna fix it, baby. But the clue, I'm gonna fix it. We're gonna fix it. We
We
gonna...
gonna fix it. Get a little lollipop.
Yes. And guys, you know we have to have our disclaimer. We are not health practitioners, no
No,
degree certification,
no.
none of that. Okay. We're not healthcare workers or professionals. We're just two
No.
ladies living real lives that are going on personal journeys, mini ones, micro ones, and macro ones. And we got some big ones too, okay? But let y'all know.
Come
But
on.
we
Heavy on
wanted
the
to have
macro.
these conversations. You need a macro. You need a, she need a macro.
Heavy,
We are not talking
heavy on
about
the macro.
work. And here we are, just so that you know, this is our lives we're living, our choices we're making, and our
Yes.
experiences. And we're asking for kindness,
Yes, please.
please. That's what we're asking
Please.
for. Now, you don't have to give it out, but if you try not to give it out here and give something else, we just gonna say goodbye.
Farewell.
It's just gonna be bye bye. And we
Toodaloo.
do 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 do. Okay, because we're not gonna fight with you.
Mm-mm. No, baby. We not.
Because if we fight with you, we're raising our voices to annihilate. And I think we said we're not going to do that.
We trying to edify out here. So
Ooh,
please don't make us annihilate. That's
ooh.
not what it's for. That's not what the voices are for. You know
Why
what I'm
we
saying?
started with the people?
We didn't make no friends. So we got to make friends again, okay?
Oh, we got to fix it again. Wow, that's a lot of fixing today. I don't know if I'm ready. Well, Mz Soundz, take us into the word of the day. Let's cheer the people up.
I mean, come on, y'all. Let's bring it together. Bring it in. Take a deep breath. All right, let's talk about this word of the day. The word of the day today is one can choose to go back towards safety or forward toward growth. Growth must be chosen again and again. Fear must be overcome again and again. And that quote is from Abraham Maslow.
Yeah. Oh, we got choices?
That's
Is that what you're saying over there?
we could choose past or present.
We can choose. Hmm.
Hmm.
To go
You know,
backwards? I thought I'm just stuck in backwards.
I I thought I was just in reverse the entire time. You mean I could go forward?
Wow.
So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. What you think, girl?
I will say that I'm 3 years sober in knowing I have choices. Hey, y'all thought I was
Mm-hmm.
talking about something that look at y'all.
Cause y'all
Stop
judging.
it.
Stop doing it. Okay.
Oh.
Be kind. That's what we said.
He said they heard sober and they wrote a whole blog. Don't you blog my story. I ain't even told it yet. I'm gonna be mad. Look, Folding my arms. You know,
Exactly.
hey, no violence, no violence. Okay.
No violence. We good. We
I'm
family.
sober from that, of allowing my cultural upbringing and my experiences to define where I stop.
Wow.
Sober, but only 3 years. Oh,
Only
that might be when the pandemic came.
mm,
Oh,
you had to sit with yourself and do that deep work.
had to do it. How you gonna talk about
Mm,
progress, but you sitting parked as if you're going down the street?
mm.
Okay, see now I gotta start my PT early. Y'all just be making people roll. I just gotta start this little
Mhm.
PT work early.
Yes.
So that's what I love about this is when we as a people, when we as individuals can say, when I tell you you can move forward is because I had to.
Mm.
You have to. You not only can, you do. So I
Yes.
like this. Okay, I could stay in safety and I could chill and be all right.
Yeah.
How dare I dream if only choice on the table is safety? You can
Mm.
have some dreams that stay in safety, but big ones, woo, world changing ones, woo,
Mm.
self improvement ones, woo. I don't know if they can all be done in safety, Mz Soundz. What do you think? I think I gotta go forward and I gotta choose that again and 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 again.
Yeah, you got to, because one thing I think about is safety and familiarity resonates with our bodies, with our minds. They don't want to do anything new. You know, it feels comfortable, it feels predictable, it feels like I know what's coming. I know step A, B, C, I know everything. So why move? Why move? And if I do move and I feel a little bit uncomfortable, let me just go back. This it's not worth it to feel uncomfortable. But one thing that I get from this is that if I am determined to make a choice to move forward, I'm partnering with uncomfortability.
Yeah.
I'm saying uncomfortability, we gonna be friends, because I'm about to do something. I don't know what the outcome is gonna be.
Yes.
I don't know who's gonna receive whatever I have to give, whatever I have to say. I don't know if this is going to impact like I think. I don't even know what it's going to do.
Yes.
Right. So, uncomfortability and I are choosing to be friends at that point when I decide to choose forward.
Yes.
Um, and also,
Courage
it's
is
like,
born. Courage is born, though, right?
say that.
I know no one wants to partner with being with discomfort.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to do that. What? Like,
Mm-mm.
stop lying. Did one of y'all out there just say you do? Oh, I might be hearing things. So it's all right.
Yeah.
We're not in the same room.
I
Okay,
know I don't like it.
right.
Yeah.
A
Mm-hmm.
lot of us don't like that. But look at some of the athletes that we support. And then you hear their behind the scene journey that they got
Mm-hmm.
injured or they were dealing with something that just showed up and their
Mm-hmm.
fight. Oh my gosh. To get
Mm-hmm.
back on the field or to get back in the sport or to get to the Olympics. And we
Mm-hmm.
cheer them and we love them for that.
Mm-hmm.
Where is your Olympian in your life where you're going to partner with discomfort and go through? I'm gonna let you think about that. I'll wait.
Let that simmer. Let that simmer for a
Wait
little
on it.
bit. Because when I think about safety, sometimes I think about it. Sometimes it comes up for me as not moving either. Like I built a safe haven for myself that I am not leaving. Okay, I'm getting out of
Yeah.
here. It's too
Okay.
cozy. It's too comfortable. There's less risk here,
Yes.
and so we're not moving.
No, we
But
don't.
when we lock ourselves into just one option, which is going backward or staying safe, there's so much unexplored territory out there,
Yes.
unexplored possibility, unexplored potential in us that we're not courageous enough to even see what that's about, um
And
I
some
think
safety is settling. I know we
ooh,
don't like. Oh, did somebody just curse at
okay,
me? I told y'all, did not. Oh, that was me. I'm so sorry.
say more about that.
I told y'all, I'm still working it out.
Still a work in progress, y'all gonna hear it on Rise and Fall at the end.
Did we gonna do rise and fall? Okay, because we use safety and we think it's different sometimes from settling, but they can be the same depending on the circumstance. So I just want us to reflect on that and think about that and question ourselves individually. We're not pointing any fingers here. We're just
No.
saying these are questions we've asked ourselves. Are they different or are they the same? And where are they the same? And do I like them being the same in that particular instance? And I just want to say that sometimes you can settle for safety and be unsafe because you're not living all of you. Not a
Say that one more time
judgment.
for them. Say that one more time for
Not
them.
a judgment. We can,
For us.
yeah, it's not a judgment. We had to chew on that one,
Yes.
swallow it, and then it came back. But
Yeah.
we can sometimes choose settling for safety and be unsafe because we're not living our full self or our whole, WHOLE, not the HOLE. That's the trauma. That's the issue part. We're talking about the W. Put the W in front of it. That's now where I'm becoming all of who I feel and know I ought to be, can be, will be. That's everyday work. Yeah, I mean, start to tell you I'm gonna be everyday work.
I just
me.
listen. When you just said that, I thought about this. It's this quote that it gets thrown around about choosing your hard, right? It is hard to evolve. It is hard to make choices, to see a change and difference in your life. It is also hard to betray yourself and stay complacent. It is also hard to look yourself in the face, knowing there's more in you, right? Knowing there's more to do, knowing there's more to say, knowing there's more to think and believe, and you're choosing to, out of fear, not do it. It's hard to do both of those. So why don't we choose growth, right?
Yes.
That is uncomfortable. It is hard, but it gets us to see the next version of us.
Yes. And we're not saying growth is attained or can be attained in one swoop. No. We're saying part of growth could be being aware that I need to grow. Because I can't ask you to change something you're unaware of.
Yes.
We will be in disagreement all day long. If you're unaware, there's a problem, there's a situation, or there's something that needs to shift.
Yes.
We're gonna be in an endless battle that makes no sense. Like
yes.
We're just gonna be. So the growth we're talking about starts with self-awareness and investigation first. Like first, I gotta know there's something that I gotta work on. Then I have to do my own investigation, however that is. I don't care if that's going in your prayer closet, that's looking at podcasts that's talking about these things. Go and actually interview family members and friends. Watch yourself for that. But sometimes you need that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tread light.
So maybe that's what you need to do. Right. Don't go on a show of intervention without talking to the people closest to you. Like, you don't need to put it out there like
that. Exactly.
Can
you say one more thing though about you talked about your first your first response to this was about culture and practices that keep you kind of in this box.
In the box.
Can you
in the past?
Yeah, can you say more? Yeah, in the past. Can you say a little bit more about that?
We gotta be transparent. Mz Soundz.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do it because she's my accountability partner. So see that?
As much as you want to share.
Right, right. I got a little rude there. I apologize to everybody listening. I apologize. Forgot my little manners. Right. So I'm gonna deal with the one that I have to practice every day.
Mhm.
Saying I love you to family members because I do love them, but I don't want to say it for them to think I'm corny because growing up I didn't hear it.
Gotcha.
That's a cultural thing that I grew up with. Doesn't mean my culture is still that way, but it
Yeah.
means that that was my reality at the time of being a child.
Mm.
And having to now, being a mom, have to make sure that I understand my children need it. I needed it as
Mm.
well, but I gave up on it. It wasn't coming.
Yeah.
So I gave up on it. But just because I gave up on something I wanted that was not a fruition for me, how do I rob or steal it from my children by not giving that which I know they want?
Mm.
So that's part of not
Yeah.
being staying in safe and steady because, sometimes I felt like if I said it and it wasn't, and my child didn't give me that response, I could take that as a trigger, right? And be in safety of, well, I'm not going to say that anymore because they're not responding the way I need, right? So I could be in
Yeah.
safety and just never say it. But
Yeah.
instead, part of my growth has been that I'm going to say, because I mean it.
Yeah.
Mama love you, boo.
Yeah.
Choose you again and again. Yes, you spilled the milk on the floor, and I do not like in the milk,
Yeah.
but I choose you.
Yeah. So and just some of that part of choosing growth is doing it when it feels unnatural
Yeah.
to you,
Yeah.
because even that I love you, you know, it may have not felt natural to say it because it wasn't said and it wasn't registered a
Yeah.
lot. And so it might feel like a phony. Like it might feel
Yes.
like a phony a little bit, just, repeatedly saying it. But I think part of the growth is um having that etched inside of our minds and our hearts by repeatedly doing it over and over again. And one of the things that the quote says is growth must be chosen again and
Yes.
again. And so
Yes.
it has to constantly be done.
Yes. And
Yeah.
also I think another part of that for me is I've forgiven myself in needing to hear it back. I think I
Ooh.
had that, right, in my gut for a long time that
Mm-hmm.
I dare not say it because I need to hear it to receive it before I can give it out. But baby,
Mm-hmm.
if you live through natural births and I did not have no painkillers and no epidural and nothing, because I doing the natural. You know what I mean? You were doing the natural. To live through that and for your child to arrive well and to arrive. You get to a point where you're
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm gonna make sure this baby know I love it, baby, I love it, baby, I love it, baby. It was that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So but I had to get to a place of allowing myself that grace to say, hey, whatever, you didn't hear it then, but you have an opportunity to change the whole scope of that and be love and do love and say love and not expect anything back. And that
Mm-hmm.
healed me from needing to hear it or missing that as a child. It healed the little
Mm-hmm.
girl in me at the same time as the adult that's now a mom, right?
Yeah.
So
And
yeah. So
yeah,
I
growth
should
is
have
about
stayed in
being present.
safety. Yeah, I'm not gonna stay in safety. I was self-aware enough to say, we gotta change this. This ain't cool. It ain't cool.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't cool. We gotta change this.
Gotta
We
change
can't
it.
blame anyone in the past anymore. You're grown, you have your own children. Change it. Like, let's stop talking about it. Let's be about it.
Absolutely.
And,
Oh,
and that's
we
where that
just
that's where that was. How are we getting deep already?
why I don't come on. We ain't even it's just the word of the
We
it's
had
just the
about
word of the day.
mental wellness last week, and now here we are this week, and we talking about cultural differences and poking the bear.
Like
Yeah,
we that bear woke up.
I
We're gonna
think
rock you
they said
back to
don't
sleep.
run. They said play dead, but I'm running. I'm not gonna
So
remember to play
put your
dead.
hands up. Put your hands up like this. Girl, I'm not doing that. I'm out. Okay.
Play dead in the beer wing. I can't promise that
No.
one.
punch the bear in the nose.
Yeah,
I'm not
no,
doing it.
ma'am. No,
I'm
sir.
not. No,
I'm
absolutely
running
not.
and I'm gonna figure out how to climb. I understand the bear can climb, but I'm gonna figure it out.
I'm gonna
Just,
figure it out. I'm gonna
just
build myself an airplane and
right.
go
And
to the
keep
sky.
tired and say, I ain't going after that lady. Right. I'm gonna figure out how to climb. Listen, guys, one of the things we really want to try to do in some of our segments is we want to bring you a couple of things that's going on in the community. Some of these are going to be, we're going to create something called a cash corner, and that's going to be where we're able to highlight one or two work from home jobs, companies that have been screened that are looking for virtual or remote workers. And all we're going to do is present the information to you, right? What you do with it, you do with it, right? So that's one thing I do want to say. And one of the companies I just want to highlight is we have Aetna CVS. They're now merged one company, and they're looking for a lot of customer service remote folks. They do prefer that you have 1 to 2 years of healthcare background experience, whether that's receptionist, administration, medical coder, transcriptionist, and that's for the entry level positions. And then they have pharmacists, but you got to go to school for that one, right? So you got to know that one. So we have, so they're featuring a lot of different jobs, and their top jobs of pharmacists, and things of that nature. So we'll bring you some of that information as it comes out, but I just wanted to highlight that and let you know. Another company is Anthem. They've changed their name to Elevate Health, or just Elevate, and you'll find them. And they're also looking for work from home people. So please take a look at those. Just pull up the website, take a look at that. And then listen, I got to shout out my Cafe Mio. You're going to ask me, what is Cafe Mio? Well, those are places that we go and we do businesses, whether we eat, we buy ice cream, French fries, whatever it is. And these businesses, we had a great experience. Mm-hmm. So I needed to shout out. And this is in New Windsor. We have Foodie Lounge, Foodie Lounge, Lounge. And oh my gosh, cheesy grits, salmon bites, grilled shrimps. Go get it.
Go get it.
Banana pudding, carrot
Go
cake.
get it, because I'm going to get it first. So I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to eat it all. So.
And the ambiance is amazing. You're going to eat well. So I want you guys, if you're in Orange County or Dutchess County, because that's not too far to drive. I don't know, people in Ulster may not want to go that far. Look it up, Foodie Lounge.
Look up
you want
Foodie
the
Lounge.
Southern soul food? They do sip and paint.
Ooh.
Want to sip and paint?
You want to do a little date night? Definitely go out there.
They're amazing. So that is our Cafe Mio highlight. Night. Okay.
And Azalee, I'm thinking it will be great for us to put these in our show notes. So the links to the jobs and links to the restaurants, we'll put in the show notes for people to reference.
You see why she's the co-host? Y'all want me to lie to y'all and tell y'all I thought of that? I ain't gonna do it. Accountability partner right there. If I lie, look at that.
What? I'll be trying.
Lie to the accountability partner.
Can't get nothing past me.
Can't do it. You don't do it out. If I can't do it, and did it my show, you can't.
Please don't do it in your own life.
You're right.
Yeah. We'll just put it in there so they can reference.
Give the information where you can click on the information.
Make it easy. We invited y'all into our casa.
She's good.
Right?
Did she bring the word from the last show? Casa de Mio.
We're inviting you to the casa by way of Google Translate. And so, therefore, we got to make it easy for you to come to the house. So, yes.
Right. I ain't even going to fight because she's right. Last one I want to really highlight, blast off. When you hear us say we got a blast off moment to share with you, we are talking about places in the community that we're going for entertainment, having fun, or they're just doing amazing. They're representing cultures, people. They are bridging gaps between different diverse populations. We just need it to be a blast off moment. So I wanted to highlight Paramount Hudson Valley Theater. That's in Peekskill. because they are presenting for the next couple of weeks. It's a show called Zuzu, Z-U-Z-U. And what it is, it's just think of the Cirque du Soleil, but baby, it's all black. Do it.
Do
You're going
it.
to have some African music and stuff in the whole show. And yes, I am going. I'm not going to talk about what I'm not going to go do. I may not go to the Cupcake Festival when we tell y'all about that, though. Because I'm a salty, not a sweetie. Okay, that's going to be for the next segment.
Another
But you
episode,
understand, that's going to be a different blast off moment. But now we're going to do the Zuzu.
Yes.
Zuzu, check it out. Paramount, Hudson Valley Theater in Peekskill. I think you might enjoy it. You might find something for yourself.
Absolutely. I think that's an amazing event to go to, get your cultural awareness on, celebrate culture. So
well, I hope that that blast off information is something that you're going to check out. I think it's going to be lots of fun. It's really for a good cause, right? Just in our community, regardless, we're saying Hudson Valley, but Peekskill and Westchester, they're kind of like sister counties, like in my mind.
Yeah. Feel free to, wherever you are, come and check it out.
Yes. And if you do, please, send us an email or, just contact us and let us know any comments you have. We'd like to know the experience you have, just so that you know. Our email address is azalee777@gmail.com. Because I realized we had not said that. And imagine it's Azalee. Oh, doing for me.
There she is.
There I am. So that's what it is. So Azalee, AZALEE777@gmail.com. We'd love to hear anything you have to say, share, or some of your experiences. Like I said, tell us what you're doing.
Yeah. Dare I say, maybe ask a question. Maybe we can cover it on our word of the day up here. Or we could cover it on one of our segments or something.
Please do.
Yeah.
Okay. We open maybe 80% of the way. We're not gonna say 100. Are you trying to trick us?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We got standards over here.
Yeah. Because then you calling us doormats at that point. We're not doing that.
Yeah.
So
we're not doing 100. But we must start with 80 because you got to earn our respect. There she go with the work. I know.
She's still in progress, just like me. Okay.
We just had y'all working all day. Y'all like, I thought it's supposed to be relaxing. This is relaxing. We really doing all the work. Maybe. I see you. Mz Soundz, where are we going to go? What are we talking about next?
Right. So the next thing we're going to talk about is this thing called health check-in. And I think it's an important segment for us because it gives us a time to check in with each other, see where we're doing how we're doing mentally, how our wellness journeys are going in our own lives. Just have accountability on air kind of thing, with boundaries, obviously.
Well, yeah.
But this is just a time for us to just see how you doing, girl, And so, how are you mentally? How are you doing?
And I say feel in a very weighted way. So I feel okay today. I don't know about tomorrow. And 3 hours ago, I was still feeling okay. My day's not over, so I'm on my way to feeling great. I'm just planning it. Yes, I understand. Don't be putting me on no therapy couch. But how can you plan to feel great? Probiotics in your water. It's called gut health. Yes.
Yeah.
Right? We said that mental wellness is a state. So right now, the state I'm in is okay. I'm okay.
Just okay.
But the state I want to be in is great. So I feel good, meaning emotionally, I feel good.
Yeah.
I want to get to great. So I'm working on What am I going to do the rest of my day to get to great?
Mm-hmm.
My emotions feel imbalanced. I'm
Mm,
not feeling emotional. I'm not
okay.
feeling hormonal for women. Sorry,
Okay.
men. I'm just
Yeah.
saying. We all got hormones. We just got a lot more of them.
Yeah.
No, none of those hormones are racing anywhere today. Everything feels physically great, mentally great, and emotionally great. Um, but there's more to the day. So I can say that I'm feeling okay and working on my path to ending the day feeling great. That's where I'm at so far.
Mhm.
So
I
far.
love it. I love it.
And to you, and to you, and to you, and to you, and to you,
Oh, little on me, you asking about me?
and
Let
to
me
you.
see. I am, I think I feel good too today. I have been for the past few weeks on this self-love kind of state of mind. So I've been trying to work on my wellness by loving myself um to this evolution and loving myself every day, finding ways to check in with me and remind myself I care about you. You're the only body I got. You know what I mean?
Mm,
You're the only person I have that I'm responsible for, like in a way where for survival, like keeping you alive, keeping you um just present in the world. So I gotta check in. I gotta tell you I love you. I gotta show you that too. So I have been really intentional about clearing my space in my
mm.
home. Um, but not for this mean you had your transparent moment in
Oh,
word of the day.
girl, I saw you going in.
I'm having my
I
you saw
was
my
not
eyes
gonna
going.
wave the flag. You going
Mhm.
in the room.
Just a little snip. I ain't gonna give you too much, but a little snip. Um, I find that there's a huge critic that lives in me sometimes, and it likes to come out and tell me that um the reason why I should make certain choices, like good choices, is because I'm not good enough. And so I
Mm,
need to do this from a place of you ain't there yet, you're not good enough. So make this change. And I realized that that wasn't sustainable. It's not a sustainable approach to be critical of yourself as you're trying to change and make evolve and stuff like that, because it sends you into this nasty cycle of shame and feeling terrible about yourself, and then you take 50 steps back and you was taking 4 steps forward. It don't it's not working for me. So what I try to tell myself, self-talk is important. Talking to
yes.
yourself is important. It ain't don't make you crazy.
You're
you
not
know
insane.
you're not
You got to
insane.
stop saying that. Sometimes you got
Yeah.
to tell yourself so you can move yourself.
Move. Yeah. Because you have to, sometimes you do have to talk to yourself to bring yourself back to the present. Because a lot of times we be teetering between past and future and we don't be here. So when you talk to yourself, it goes, where am I right now? And so I've been doing that. I've been talking to myself, where are you right now? And I've also been telling myself, before you make this change in clearing your space, organizing things in your life, you are enough already. Okay. You ain't doing this from a place of not being loved, not being accepted. You're already loved, already accepted. Um, this is how you just demonstrate to yourself that you respect you. Like,
Yes.
I clear my space because I respect myself,
Yes.
not because I'm a bad person, because I deserve that. I respect me, I love me, and I think clearer in a space
Yes.
that's like
Yes.
clear.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
it it lets me become my best self. And
Yeah.
so I'm on this journey, like compassion, self-love, be kind to yourself into your evolution. So that's where I'm
Yes.
at. That's
I
me.
like that. I want to connect that to two things.
Yeah.
One, how we deal with children, and two, why, when I was thinking about the podcast and who I wanted to partner with,
Yeah.
why I came up with Raised Voices, and then
Mm.
sort of how you and I connected. I'm not going to tell y'all the whole story yet.
You ain't got it's not your business sometimes.
Stay tuned. We will release as we
Yes.
feel to release.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But when we look at children and the rearing of children, most of us try to teach the child the way we want them to be, even if
Yeah.
we want them to be a mini me. we do certain things and we encourage them,
Yeah.
sometimes badly, to do
Yeah.
those things.
Yeah.
So when you said about cleaning your environment or reorganizing
Mm.
and you felt clarity in your mind, I think that makes perfect sense because if a child sees and does what he sees and she sees and goes opposite to what you say, because they do what they see, and you were once a child, this is not a warning or a threat. This is a reminder. And you
Mm-hmm.
were once a child that's now an adult that still has some childlike things
Yeah.
inside of you happening.
Yeah.
And what you see is most definitely what you'll do most of the time. There is no all situation here.
Yeah.
So your mind being clear makes sense because what you see is a difference, a change, and it makes you want to articulate that in an actionable way
Mm.
because children is going to do what they see mostly than what you say or what they
Yeah.
hear. They repeat what they hear, but they do what they see. And we're
Mm.
all just big kids. Oh, somebody got offended. I'm so sorry. Where's your piggy bank? I'm gonna
All
drop
right. What's
a
your cash
coin.
app? We'll send you a little.
Right. Now I want to go piggyback because I'm not going to do digital for you because I know you need to hear the money dropping. So you know I did not mean to offend you, and I need
Yeah.
to give you a tangible asset to touch.
Yes. Yes. We
However,
got small budgets, so just we ain't gonna
amen,
get back past so much. So
amen. I said amen. It's my podcast. Amen. But we forget that sometimes, right? We're all big kids. Yeah, we're mature. And yes, we do things differently. But to think there's not still
yeah.
a childlike behavior or way of learning or processing still there that's operating within the big me. That's
Yes.
a lie. You should really kill that lie. I did not tell
Yes.
you to hurt another human being or yourself. Let us be clear.
Yeah. The
I
lie
said the
though.
lie. And the lie
Mm.
is an idea that has taken root that's trying to take over. I said to kill
Mm.
that, the
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
Okay?
There's a belief
Don't
there that.
harm yourself. The
Mm-hmm.
idea, the belief.
Mm-hmm.
That one I say, let's get rid of that one. Let's work to get rid of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's something I wanted to that's what connected to me when you were saying that. And how that leads into raised voices is that I really was just, I was in prayer. I'm a prayer person, so don't be offended, people. I'm not getting religious here, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to have conversations that were meaningful on some level, whatever that
Yeah.
level is, and pivot as we go along. And the two things I had to think about is how was I raised, physically raised, culturally raised,
Mm-hmm.
and then how did I raise myself to become a woman I could look in the mirror and not run away. So there was two different kind of raising I feel I've been through. And I think there's going to be a third one because I have not yet arrived
Yeah.
at the lady I want to be.
Yes.
She's still there. She still got some refinement, okay?
Yeah. Of
But
course.
that raising, I realized that part of my childhood, the raising of voices was yelling and screaming and demands and orders and no love, no empathy.
Mm.
There was no confidence building. They was do what I
Mm.
say, how I said it, when I said it, or else. And
Yeah.
don't leave that hanging because y'all know what the or else has been for you. So don't act like you don't know. You know.
Yes.
That's number one. And then I had to go back and I had to say, well, how do I change that dialogue and conversation with myself even prior to becoming a mom? So then I had another raising going on.
Mm.
And that loud voices from my childhood gave me a run for the money. Because
Mm.
it says this is not how we do things culturally. This is not how we do it within my own self. How you
Mm.
dare shift? That's not how we do. That's not how
Yeah.
we speak. That's not how we dress.
Yeah.
And I had to get to and a place in my life to want to keep fighting those loud, critical voices
Mm.
and change their sound.
Yeah.
And that's what raised voices comes from. It comes from how you were reared up, REAR, reared, how you were raised, RAISE, and how you are raising you every day.
Mm.
And a lot of that has to do with conversations in your head.
Mm. I love
We
that.
want to change the dialogue. We are trying to change the dialogues for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to know, how are you changing the dialogue? And if it's a positive dialogue, come on here and be a guest and talk with us.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get the positive dialogues out there. While we're
Yeah.
doing the work, come on, share. So,
Let's do
and
it.
then, Mz Soundz, she does a lot, but we're going to let that thing out the box slow. My grandmother said, let it creep up on them, right? So you'll get to know more. But as I conversed with her, just different things, she just had a cheerful thing in her spirit. And I was like, yeah, I could do positive with this, daddy, right here.
Mm.
I could do positive work. But also she was doing deep work, right? But she
Yes.
still had a joy that she was committed to that I saw. And so I let you
Yeah.
tell her.
Thank
So
you.
I brought it to her and she gonna tell us, well, how do you feel when Azalee bought this thing? Tell ya.
Yeah, I mean, I was excited because I have found myself for a while just talking, having like really deep conversations just with myself in my house. My daughter looking at me like, "Mommy, I said I want mashed bananas.
Right,
Why
right.
are you talking to you?" Like I was having these podcast conversations just in by myself, raising my daughter. At home. So I was excited when she came to me with um this idea to just have these conversations because I was having them already,
Yeah.
but it clicked for me even more because when me and Azalee were having them, it it just felt organic. It
Yes.
felt I felt seen in the conversations. I felt like she heard me, and not just the things I was saying. She was hearing the things that I was not saying too, and so I felt like this was someone that I'd love to partner with. And then when she brought the name Raised Voices, I thought it aligned so much with my life because I was raised to excel and exceed expectations. But I realized that along the path, I didn't know how to be any other way besides excelling. And so at that point, I kind of buried a lot of my gifts. I buried a lot of the things that, I thought that made me me. And then when we met, it was a period where that all that stuff was being resurrected.
Oh, yes.
So that raised part of Raised Voices had a lot to do with what was going on in my life at the time. And things were coming to the surface, things were raising up, and things were being empowered in a new way. And so I'm just glad that I could have this opportunity to raise my voice on here with you, and just keep leaning towards growth. Keep leaning
Yes.
towards growth. So yeah.
Yes. And so that's why we're here, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can keep these conversations behind the scene. But we want to hear from others because you turn on the news, you hear all the bad stuff all the time.
Yeah.
That's not a hard thing to find. You walk down the street, you hear the negativity. That's not a
Yes.
hard thing to find.
Yeah.
Supermarket, Walmart, you're just picking up crayons.
Yes.
You hear it. And so our talks is not to dismiss those conversations. Reality is reality, things are happening.
Yeah.
But it is to lend some self reflective, motivating, inspirational segments
Mm-hmm.
about things that other people are talking about that they would like to have a place, a safe place to still laugh. We're going through the process, right? But we want to have some
Yeah.
humor, we want to laugh, and then we still want to do deep work.
Absolutely.
Like we're not telling you, You see us laughing, do not think we're not working behind the scenes, because I'm telling you, you would be mistaken.
Yeah. Because we about to work on stuff after we get off here.
Exactly.
Okay.
We have stuff we have to really be accountable for. So that's
Yeah.
all, we wanted to bring to you today. It's a connection to, we started a conversation on mental wellness, mental health, and it being a state, right? You get to choose, but self-awareness starts first. So that's the
Yeah.
stuff we are gonna get to our wrap up. But as you know, Mz Soundz, she is so amazing at getting us into the rise and fall. Oh, y'all
Oh.
thought y'all were gonna escape.
Yeah. Y'all thought
He's
the
so
conversation was
cute.
ending early?
He's so
That is so
cute.
cute of you.
You're so cute, you little.
Chico, chico. You thought, y'all can't get away from us just yet. We have to do rise and fall.
Rise and fall.
Okay. So if you did not catch the first episode, Rise and Fall is our ending segment. It's a reflective ending segment that will just have us kind of culminate all of the things we talked about and just, you know, put them into two categories. One, rise, which is what have you heard during this conversation that you didn't know before, and now you're like, oh, I like that I learned that. I'm gonna let that keep going to the top. I'm gonna keep bringing that up to the surface. And then the other category is fall. So what did you once believe coming into this conversation, and now after hearing this, you're like, oh no, I gotta let that go. I gotta let that fall to the ground. So that's where this is where we do that, rise and fall. Um, I can start this time
Yeah.
around. I can start for rise.
Jump
Okay,
in.
I will jump in. I think one of the things that I will let rise after this conversation is the idea that I'm not just limited to my past choices or my past experiences, that there is another option, which is to go forward. And there is an option to grow. You know, um, I know it's heavy when the past, when it's full of some hurtful things,
Yeah.
it's heavy and it can keep you stagnant. So we don't want to like take it lightly that sometimes it's hard to move forward. Sometimes it's hard to know an option is available to you in the area of growth.
Yeah.
But I'm going to keep letting rise and reminding myself that as hard as things may feel, um, there is always a way to move in a direction. And it doesn't
Mm-hmm.
have to be perfect, but I can still move in that
Mm.
direction. Um, and then what I will let fall after this conversation is that um I what I would let fall. I came in thinking that I mean it still lives in me sometimes that you need to shame your way to change or shame your way into
Mm.
evolution by telling yourself you're not good enough, you can't do this, you can't do that. And so that's supposed to motivate you to do something.
Ooh.
In fact, it takes you all the way back. So I'm
Mm.
letting shame motivation fall to the ground. But I'm letting self-compassion and self-love rise to the top.
Amen. I understand this is
Amen.
not a
What
religious
about you?
show. Right. I just, that was what I had. That was that whole book.
Oh, yeah.
It was, amen.
Amen.
I mean, that was
Yeah.
on
Thank you. Thank
point.
you.
Like,
What are you thinking?
for me,
Yeah.
rising is to not run away from the process of change when I feel I don't have time to change. Ooh, who said that?
Who said that?
Oh, that
It's
was me again.
that was you.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. Mm.
Yeah. I told y'all, result goal oriented. And then sometimes I feel like I don't have the time to do that right now. That's not it. That's,
Mm.
that's not it. Right.
Yeah,
So I want to
yeah.
rise in reminding myself that you got to do the process. Yeah, you did it yesterday. I got it. Like what you got to do is go forward. Like you got to do it over and over again. So I want to rise in that, in remembering often that all processes are important, to get to the finish line. Not just some. You can't always select all processes. Getting up in the morning, stretching, that's a process to make sure that the oxygen is flowing right and you're moving. Sometimes you want to skip that, but sometimes as you get older, you need that stretch.
It's necessary.
So
it may be rudimentary, but it's necessary.
I know. Yeah. So that's my rise. And my fall is to forgive myself when I raise my voice, not to edify. Because
God.
Sometimes I don't edify because I'm not thinking.
You mean we do the opposite of what we're saying?
Yeah. I need to forgive myself because you know what? Yeah. Once you're still breathing and living, you have another shot to edify.
That's it.
You got to do the work, and you got to forgive yourself and do it right again. Go for it. So that's my fall.
I love that. In the comments, we want you to tell us today, after this conversation, what is something you will let rise and what is something that you will let fall to the ground based on what we talked about, based on the experiences you bring to the table. Just let us know. We'd love to have the conversation with you.
Yep.
And we're asking you to subscribe to Raise Voices. Okay, you pick us a little bit. You're talking to us a little bit. We're talking to you. So just join the community. Subscribe to Raise Voices on all your favorite podcast platforms. And remember, raise your voice to edify. And what do we not do, Azalee? Not to annihilate.
Don't destroy. Edify. Do not pull down, drag down. Do not stomp on. This is not the popo pulling you over for speeding. That's a different. Oh, okay.
Be careful. Even if you want to annihilate.
We're going to have fun. Don't be staring at me over. Look. Oh, who did that? Mz Soundz, did you see them? They looked over the spectacles.
Okay, they did. They were like, who's the person behind that?
Don't worry. They're like.
Even if you want to annihilate and destroy, even if you have the capacity to, think twice.
Yes.
Think twice.
And even if you're justified, you know what? Show up differently and difference will happen.
Come on.
Just period. So we don't want you to do that. And we are working not to do that. That's why we have accountability partner, right? You have to have someone you trust that you see doing the work. Like, they can say what they say. They can swear on the Bible. I get you. But can you see it? When I go to Subway, I want to see them make the sandwich.
See, you put the turkey on the sandwich.
Right.
They ain't have
if
turkey
they pull it out of the back complete, it's questionable.
Was it really made?
Did you have it wrapped? And is it fresh? I need to see.
We hungry, y'all. We hungry, y'all.
Right, we need to see through window. So just don't annihilate. Don't pull down. Don't drag down. Even if somebody offends you, find an intellectual, educational way to let them know they've wronged you without having to call them out of their names or into their names. That's another segment. We call people out of their names, but sometimes we call them into their names by saying those names so often they believe they are that which they should never be. Oh,
you're giving too much, Azalee. I mean, you got a lot of wisdom.
I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna behave. What I want y'all to remember is your potential is limitless.
It is
limitless, and your growth is boundless. Absolutely. Don't forget it. Don't forget it. Stay inspired, empowered, and keep thriving. Remember to raise your voice to edify. Always, always, always. That's our big thing. Yes. And as we always end our broadcast, you know the word.
Cheers.
Bye, guys. See you, Future Risers.
Right.